How's it? This is Isaac Fox, just your friendly neighborhood multi-dimensional being showing up authentic, raw, messy, and beautiful. This will find the people that it's supposed to find. Love you. Whoop, whoop. We are live. Oh my God. It's changed since I did this on my computer. So the funny thing is, I can't get on my damn fucking phone to do the live. There I am. I can see it on my phone now. Groups. Anyways, we're on. Just notifying some people here. Feel free to run forward on it. Days like this, I fucking tell you. Not fun. Technology sometimes is not fun. However, today we're working on defining and redefining. So definitions and redefinitions. I'm going to get right into it. I think my internet might be slow. So let's wait for some people to show up here. Maybe we can get this moving. Tiffany, there you are. All right. Since I'm on my computer, this is going to take me a minute, guys. I'm so sorry. So boring. Let's get to the fun stuff already. Cool. Well, comments. Okay. Hey, Pooja. Oh man, I haven't seen you for a while. So we're getting some people showing up. So I'm just gonna hit at everyone another time. Let me try one more time. Because I don't give up. Aha! I did it. Oh man, I feel so accomplished. Alright. Cool. So the title today is Definition and Redefinition. So I was working with I was working with one of my clients, and this was one piece we actually went over, and I said, you know, this would just be great for a live. In fact, the more sessions I do, I pick little pieces out of those sessions, and it's really for everybody, and everybody needs to hear this stuff and get the structure. So words like laziness, procrastination, self-sabotage. We've probably all heard these words, especially if we're in the personal development world. And you know, the personal development world, it's a great place to start. But that's what it is. It's a start. It's a start. And we're not meant to really stay there. We're meant to expand beyond that. We stay there. We stay very third dimensional. And we believe in third dimensional things like self-sabotage and laziness and procrastination. Now, why am I saying, and I don't necessarily believe in those things. Now, why am I saying I don't believe in those? Well, that's the best way to put it. So let's just read the definitions here. I don't know if this is going to kick me off or not. Cool. They can still see me. All right. So procrastination. Here's a definition. The dictionary aspect of procrastination. The action. That's funny. It's an action, right? It's a noun, but it's described as an action. The action of delaying or postponing something. Huh. Now, why would we delay and postpone something? Right? I'm sure a lot of personal development people will say, oh, well, we do it because, we want something and we have a goal that's set for ourselves, and there's something unconscious that doesn't want it, and we're going to delay it because we don't think we're worthy. Now, all that might be possible. That all might be true. Why would we sit there and judge ourselves for that? Or judge ourselves for being lazy? Let's look up lazy. Unwilling to work or use energy. Huh, that's a fun one. Unwilling to work or use energy. The action of delaying or postponing something. So, maybe there's an unconscious belief system of, this is something that I prefer. Here's an unconscious belief system that's in direct conflict with that thing that you want, right? So when you go for what you want, you come face to face with what you put in between yourself and that. So you're going for what you want. Here's the unconscious belief system waiting to be acknowledged and seen, right? So if we're focused on procrastination and making that procrastination a problem or a bad thing, right? It's not. It's simply a challenge, something to be seen, to be re-known, right? So are we procrastinating, right? Are we really delaying or postponing something, or are we actually moving forward and the thing that is waiting to be seen is actually in front of our face? And we give it a name like procrastination. It might dull out the clarity of what is actually coming up. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling this one today. So much more fun talking to people. It's so boring doing these fucking lives. I have to be honest. It really is, dude. Like I have so much fun with back and forth. Like the information comes through so much simpler for me. That's just how I work. But I show up and I do these lives because they're valuable for people, and they're great, skillful tools for me. So let's get back to procrastination later. Let's work on lazy. So unwilling to work or use energy. So I used to think I was lazy for the longest time. But whose idea of lazy, right? I was raised in a family where people were workaholics. They would actually work so they didn't have to feel their feelings, right? They'd stay busy, and they would just, I don't know how these people do it. It's like they have no off button. They just go, 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 go. They don't even feel when they're tired. And as a sensitive person like me, I was too goddamn sensitive, man. I felt when I was exhausted, and I would have to fucking rest and take fucking time. So I had this idea that because I wasn't working, 16-hour days, that I was lazy, or I didn't want to do all these task-orientated things. My sister Tiffany, she's pretty cool. She'll talk to you guys all about neurodivergency, and actually, like, you have to actually be inspired to do something. Just doing tasks does not hit the neurodivergent brain as far as like dopamine hits, like a neurotypical brain. Whereas just doing tasks, actually you get dopamine releases, so you actually want to do the task. Whereas neurodivergents actually don't receive dopamine that way. We have to actually fully be inspired in order to actually want to do something. So the dopamine already has to be there in order for us to move through. But I was under the illusion that laziness actually existed based on somebody's idea of task orientation. And really all lazy is unwilling to work or use energy. Now, I was lazy because I was unwilling to work or use energy in ways that were misaligned to my core frequency. Now, hear me on that, because now we're getting to the point, right? if you take away the idea of what we think lazy is, or what this third dimensional world has said not being lazy is, right? Let's just go to the definition of lazy: unwilling to work or use energy. However, I'm not lazy, because when I do something that I'm really fucking interested in, I want to do more of it. I wake up excited, I want to do it, I put my energy towards it, I move through it. I want to go. I get really excited when there is something that I'm excited about. Because I like to use my energy. There's just been so much bullshit that doesn't work for me that I'm not excited to go. I'm unwilling to work or use my energy towards something that is actually out of alignment for me. And that's what I mean by definition, defining or redefining. That's a redefinition, right? It's actually looking at the definition of lazy and then redefining my idea of what that is. So if it's just unwilling to work or use energy, well, what am I unwilling to work or use energy towards? Shit that's out of alignment with my highest core frequency. Now, what works for me, what's in my structures and my blueprint and what's aligned for me is not common. And many of you on this call and many of you that find me can relate to that. You just have a different way of doing things. The basic third dimension of, society and system and whatever it is, whatever system, education system, financial system, religious system, right? These beliefs of who and what we're supposed to be, the nuclear family, marriage, monogamy, whatever these things are all passed down ideas, right? And there's nothing necessarily wrong with them. And then again, at the same time, there's nothing necessarily fucking right about them, right? So, I'll go back on Facebook here. So, as I move through this life in my experience, and I remember more of who I am, and I let go of things I think I know or believe to be true, I start to align to my true self, my divine mind, right? In all of my structures. And I find that I have more inspiration, that I'm more inspired by what I do. I have more passion and excitement. I tend to follow that. And when I let go of what I thought I should be doing and started following actually what I was passionate about and inspired to do, I realized that I was never lazy. I was just unwilling to use energy in systems that didn't make any sense to me, that were misaligned from me. I just didn't know that, because all the examples around me were of people doing things in these systems pretending that they were happy about it or that it worked for them. And who knows, maybe it does. Maybe it does for some people. It was never meant to work for me. I was never meant to acclimate to that. I was meant to do what I'm doing now in whatever capacity I'm doing it. I don't know. It's going to continue to unfold. But I'm just, and so I could act, I might be the laziest fucking person on the planet, actually, if you really want to look at this definition. But we're unwilling to work or use energy. But let's redefine it. I'm unwilling to work or use energy towards things that are misaligned from my highest and most beneficial alignment to my unique core frequency. Let's say that again. I might be the laziest fucking person on the planet, right? Unwilling to work or use energy towards misalignments, towards anything that is not aligned to my highest unique core frequency and my highest, most beneficial timeline. So I'm completely fucking lazy then, because I will not fucking work in misalignment. In fact, I don't know about you guys, but as the world fucking kind of raises in frequencies and things speed up and we have more access to our own information, our own knowingness, our own remembrance, I can live in misalignment. I choose not to. It is quite painful. I want to say I can't live in misalignment, but that would be less true. The truth is, when a misalignment shows up, it is so fucking uncomfortable in my body. I choose to get real clear in whatever thing that I'm defining that is not in alignment, or what I'm choosing that's not in alignment. I start to get real fucking curious about it, and then redefine it, and then find an alignment to my highest unique core frequency, because it's so goddamn fucking painful, which is actually a gift right now, because I just know when I'm fucking in a misaligned state. So I'll sit, I'll take a divine pause, right? Rest is not fucking laziness. I'll take a divine pause. Or maybe rest is laziness if I'm unwilling to work or use energy towards things that are misaligned. But I'll take a divine pause and I'll just sit with it, and then I'll just see. Because if it's not a clear, oh, fuck, yes, that's where I'm going, I don't want to take action in that. I don't want to take action in something if I don't have a clear divine mind, physical mind, connection. Oh, shit, that's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to take action. And if there's only one thing I do that day that's in aligned action, in my experience, that is far more powerful than doing 20 fucking things in misalignment. So this is what I mean about redefining. I mean, how many of you guys thought you were lazy? How many of you guys still up until now think you are lazy? Well, maybe you're not fucking lazy. Maybe you're just fucking tired of fucking working in misalignment, and you don't want to fucking, you're done believing the shit that people fucking fed you, that we bought into. About, you gotta be like this, you gotta do this, a woman has to be like this, and a man has to be like this, and blah 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 blah. And a mom's like this, and a dad's like this, and blah 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 blah. Fuck you. Whatever. Like, it's okay. Like, it's all just a big game. Like, what are we actually operating from? So, anyways, I don't know if you've ever been lazy. I think you might have just been incredibly attuned to higher fucking frequencies and dimensions, and the lower dense frequencies in the third dimension never quite aligned with you, and you never quite wanted to actually move through them. You did your best because you got to kind of pay bills and you got to kind of navigate and survive this world. There just gets to a point to where you realize that you were never meant to assimilate to this world, not fully. You were meant to actually not fit in and not fully assimilate, so you could wake up and actually create a new way of doing things outside of the basic norm of the way society says we're supposed to do things, which when you really look at it is, oh my God, it's fucking insane. It is insane. And then you really, like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and you know, they're feeling like, they're like, man, am I losing my mind right now? Like, am I going crazy? They're like, and they're doing beautiful things right now. They're very open, loving, always have an open heart. One of the few people I met that just pure openness. But they're setting boundaries these days, like clear. They're in their sovereign energy space, right? They're just like, oh shit, like I've been giving at the expense of myself, and people they've been taking. It hasn't been a beautiful harmonic give and receive. Like, they just show up and they take and I give because I thought that's what I was supposed to do, but here's my energy boundaries, and they just say no, clear no to misalignments, right? It's very clear. No, that's a misalignment. I'm not going to do that. This is what works for me. Say yes to alignments. And people, they don't like that shit. Right? They're not going to get what they want, so they don't like it. For whatever reason. And they react poorly. And, you know, this person was kind of going, man, I feel like I'm losing my mind because I'm clear in what I'm saying, and it makes perfect sense. And they're right on point. When they run it by me, I'm like, yeah, you're right on point. Like, that's a perfect answer, is no, thank you. And then they react like this to me, and there's this big problem. And I was just letting them know, I was like, listen, if the whole world is insane, you know, the few sane people there are, they're going to be thought, the insane people are going to think the sane people are crazy. So when I look around this third dimension and this old paradigm way of doing things, my friends, it's built on pure insanity. It's built on separation, denial of the divine in all aspects. We don't honor the earth. We don't honor ourselves as part of the earth. We don't honor ourselves like as God is us, as a part of us, expressing through us. Everything's outside of us. The earth is outside of us. God is outside of us. It's all separation and denial of what is actually more fucking true. So, yeah, if you feel like you're alone or you're going fucking crazy, it's most likely because you're fucking sane in an insane fucking world. And so if you start thinking of like you're procrastinating, you're being lazy, you're doing self-sabotage, maybe that's just your soul telling you, dude, don't go that way. That's fear-based beliefs. I don't want to create more structures in fear-based beliefs because that means we're going to have to take them down. Like your soul's like trying to take care of you. Like, listen, let's not go that way. We're going to have to deconstruct those anyways. Or it could be your fucking personality, actually. That's actually feeling something that doesn't know what's going on. It's just, no, that's not right. Let's not go that way. There's an energy there that we're picking up. I don't want to create that because that's going to cause more fucking pain. Let's not go that direction. So, anyways, that's kind of what I got today. Redefining. Maybe there's no such thing as procrastination. Maybe there's no such thing as laziness or self-sabotage. Maybe there's just unconscious parts of yourself waiting to be fucking seen and fucking integrated so you can start taking more action in alignment, divine mind, physical mind, and you can start bringing down the higher frequencies into the dense third dimensional reality and start informing the third dimensional reality of where we're actually shifting into, which is fourth density, the new fucking paradigm where we don't create with fear and fucking low frequencies. We create with love, and we're guided by soul guidance, not by systems, idea, mind, fear-based belief systems that were here before we were born and we just agreed to and bought into and just kind of follow it around and think that we're supposed to be doing it because everyone fucking else is doing it. Old paradigm. Based in fear. I don't want to fucking create from that shit anymore. I want to create from the higher fucking frequency, from the new fucking paradigm. What was actually always more real anyways. And now that I can see it, I remember more of who I am. That's what I do. So maybe it's not what we thought it was. Maybe it's just there's misalignments and we're just taking our time and pausing until we let go of enough ideas and bullshit so we can really get clear in where it is that we're actually going. And we can focus our energy and create in love. And remember, whatever you create in love, frequency-wise, it's not fucking feeling, I'm talking about the frequency, right? Whatever you create in love and choose in love, it will never harm you. It's impossible for that to happen in that frequency, in that construct. So, even though the unknown is scary, creating in love is kind of an unknown fucking thing. Or else, if everyone fucking knew it, I wouldn't be on here talking so much. So, creating in love, creating in high frequencies, creating in an unknown way, soul-led, soul-guided way. What? Soul-guided? What? Follow my soul and the feeling and the intuition? And, like, how do I do that? I got a whole academy. Teach you how to do that in a whole year. Go through that. Simpler than you think. We just got to get out of the fucking idea of this third dimension, and it gets so simple. It's always been there. I've always noticed it. I've always felt it. I've always sensed it. And now I'm just seeing and understanding what all the energy is. I just feel the energy of it now. It's undeniable. I don't follow the intellect and other people's ideas of what is or what was. I just follow the energy, and what my soul is actually showing me is more fucking aligned for me, the energy. This camera's all like left and right. It's so weird talking on it. So, I don't know, guys. I think that's about it for now. Figure out what I want to do. End live. Love you. Bye. If you like this dope ass shit that I'm laying down, like, subscribe, and share. New Paradigm Healing, baby. Love ya.